Hey everybody, you're watching the Christiana 321. I am the Christiana, and today we are going to do a combo rambly video and hobby hunt video. If you are new here, hi, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this page somehow. So like, subscribe if you like this video. I'm told mentioning it at the beginning is good for metrics and stuff. Alright, so this hobby hunt series, if this is the first of the hobby hunt videos that you're watching, is basically I want to find a hobby that is mindless that I can do while watching TV that will stop me from scrolling on my phone so much, because my phone is not a good place to be. This is one that I've got no idea. So it's a needle felting kit. We're gonna make that little bird. And basically, yeah, I've seen this done before, but I don't know how I would do this without a kit. Like, I don't think that I've seen the raw materials for this just out and about. But it does seem like if I could find those or order them online, more likely, this is the kind of thing that I could learn how to do and make cool things other than just like what's on here. And I think it's super cute. So let's get started. This is Fortran. She has decided to be a part of this video, which is lovely. One of the issues that I see with this kind of thing is this is exactly the kind of material that A, my cats will love to try and eat, and B, just get like their hair all stuck in. So I say so too much, especially for someone who is very much hoping to not have to edit this video very much. So I'm sorry. If it is at a time where you have a beverage, drink every time I say so. Depending on what beverage you're drinking, you might die. So don't actually do that. Alright. So it looks like, according to this, we make the body, or like the frame, I guess, first. Okay, it's got pictures, but it also has word instructions, which I appreciate because some of these I don't think do. Alright, make 2 legs in the same way. Fold a piece of wire in half, nip the tightly, oh, apparently I need some, It didn't tell me, but apparently I need some flat nose pliers. It'll probably be fine. Alright. Maybe not. So, I'm gonna take this wire. Promise we're gonna get to the rambling. Don't worry. Don't you fret, my dears. Whenever I hit 200 subscribers, I think, I don't know, sometime a while back, I hit, sometime a while ago, I asked for recommendations on what you guys would like to see in videos, you know? And, I was told to just look at, you know, my view counts and see which videos do well and that sort of thing. The problem is there are a lot of factors in what makes a video do well, and one of those is the time of day that I post, the title, the thumbnail, and so I don't know if you're clicking on it for yeah, I don't know why you're clicking on it. So I'm just kind of guessing. But I do know that my rambling videos tend to do well, and I don't really know why. Hobby videos don't tend to do well, in case you were wondering. Don't understand. Okay. This fold forms the middle toe. And, you know, I have needle nose pliers. They're just downstairs. I mean, it looks like I'm downstairs. They're in downstairs where the basement is. And if you know anything about me, you know I do not like basements. But I don't think that I'm going to be able to do this without needle nose pliers. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry if you're at a slightly different angle. I bumped the camera. I have some pliers. You might notice that they're kind of rusty and gross looking. Agreed. And that's just because I got these when I was like 7. Got them for Christmas from, I'm guessing my dad. It could have been, you know, Santa Claus. It's a long time ago. Anyway, how are you? How's it going? Nice. Alright. So I need 4 toes. They've got hands in the picture, but it's not. So I don't know how long to make the toes. Anyway, I finished up my first class of the semester. If you don't know, I am in graduate school at Vanderbilt University. It's my last semester. I'm so excited. But yes, I finished up class number 1, which was IP, intellectual property for engineers and scientists. I'm pretty sure I'm getting an A- in the class, which is a bummer. I was shooting for an A, but that's okay. I really struggled with the way that they did the grading. So most of the classes in this program, you get either 2 tries on like homework assignments, not necessarily on tests, but on homework assignments, or you get some way to earn back points, like you can, you know, fix some of the stuff that you did wrong, kind of thing. Or you've got, or like they'll drop the lowest homework grade, or, you know, something like that. Because they're only, a lot of them are only 7-week courses, so you don't have a whole lot of time to learn the grading style of the class, which I think is great. However, for IP, no such luck. There was 1 extra credit assignment, which I did, which is what is giving me, hopefully, an A- instead of a B, or a B+, or I don't know if B+ exists. But so without the extra credit assignment, I'm at 89.7. So as long as I got at least 0.3 points on the, at least 0.3 points through the extra credit assignment. Sorry, you guys. I don't know where my head is. Then I'll have an A-, which I think that I did better than only getting 0.3%, because you could get a total of 3% added. Which I don't think, like if I got full credit on the extra credit, I don't think it would be enough to bump me up to an A. I forget exactly where they draw the line between A- and A, but I don't think I'll be there. I want to say it's 93, so I'd have to get slightly more, and then they don't round up. But also, I don't think that I got full credit just based off of some of the comments from the professor in response to my thing. I like giving very casual presentations, and he seemed kind of disappointed that I was a little bit casual in how I talked about it. Anyway, if you'd like to learn about IP, copyright, patents, trademarks, trade secrets, what kind of stuff we covered in the class, let me know. I'd love to talk about some of these classes, because a lot of it is not stuff I'm going to run into in my day-to-day job. And so the only way that I'd be able to use it is talking to you guys. I think I'm going to have to take a break because I'm getting close to the end of my lunch break. I should have started this earlier. I think this is just like copper plated, because as I'm bending it, some of the coating is coming off, which is unfortunate. This could be a total fail, which this is one of the more expensive kits, so I'll be pretty disappointed. But, so after you get past this metal forging bit though, it looks really easy. That could be deceiving. Okay, got my 2 feet. Alright, here's a tip of pliers, fold each toe. Oh, each toe should be around a centimeter. Whoops. Use the pliers to gently twist the legs and toes. Position one toe at the back. Bird uses it for balance. Alright. So, bend it like this, and then you also want to bend the toes to be at the back, and then twist and twist and like twist the different things. I feel like there should be some more instructions here, but okay. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm supposed to be rambling. So, boyfriend's been out of town for a few days, which I was also out of town for some of that time. But we weren't out of town together. Just odd for us. Normally we do. Or, yeah. Other than a couple of his work trips, anytime we've traveled in the last year, we've generally been together. Which, sorry, sorry, traveling together has its pluses and minuses, because on the one hand, you've got somebody to share the load kind of thing. Somebody can watch the bags at the airport while the other one goes to the restroom or whatever, which is nice. But it also means that you've got to compromise and think about, make sure that look out for each other kind of thing, not just looking out for yourself, which, it's nice. But also, it's just another thing. So now we're all like twisted on one of them. Do the other one now. But yeah, so there is definitely one point where I really wish that I had a travel buddy, and that was picking up my rental car. So I'm a part of the like rewards program for a particular rental car agency. And usually what that means is I can just go straight to the lot where the rental cars are, and basically just I see my name on the board. It tells me go to spot A17. I get my car and I drive away. They check my license against the car as I'm leaving the garage. However, when I landed at midnight in Atlanta, they decided, I don't know, there's something wrong with their system or something. So I had to go to the office, which again, if you're part of the rewards thing, there's an office in the garage and it's not a big deal. Usually they just need a new scan of your driver's license because you renewed it since the last time you drove with them, or you gotta sign something else. I don't know. It's rare, but it happens. However, since it was after midnight, the Cool People garage office thing was closed. So I had to go inside, which was where, you know, everybody is. So it was a much longer wait. It was about an hour. And so by the time I got my car and everything all sorted, it was, I think, like 1 a.m. No, it was like 1:30. I was in line for over an hour. And yeah, I was not pleased. Alright, join the legs together by twisting the wire, with them facing the same way, leaving a gap around 2 centimeters. Sorry. So yeah, it was just super late, and waiting in line for an hour by yourself is not ideal. Okay. I don't think that this is right, but whatever. Right, now I take my pipe cleaner and I start to make the shape of the body. And that's what I'm gathering. Cover your exposed wire by loosely wrapping pipe. We will stick. Alright. So I think that my legs are probably a little too long. Alright. At some point this is going to get easy, right? But they did upgrade me to like this really fancy SUV thing. Except getting in it at 1 a.m. it was like I wasn't trying to figure out all the features and everything, you know. I was just trying to get on the road to my parents' house. And so like I got the navigation working, I got, you know, my phone connected, figured out, you know, adjusted the mirrors, some basics, and then I got on the road. It was great. However, holding in place, taking care to avoid hitting where the tip of the needle is very fragile. What needle? What? There is a... I think Okay. Ah. Okay. 3 needles, 2 small black eyes. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do this later because, yeah, I do not want to lose anything. So, I'll be back. Oh, so as I'm driving, I find out that there are these little buttons on the steering wheel that will take the car from automatic to kind of manual, but you don't have a clutch. So, like, I was just messing with the buttons while I was driving, which is not the right way to do it. And I was accidentally changing gears and not noticing. But it was fine, I got there safe, and I'll tell you more about my weekend in a minute. Alright, welcome back. I know you didn't go anywhere. It was barely a part of a second. Where were we? Oh, yes. Step 6. Okay, so the problem with step 6. Begin to wrap small pieces of white wool around the pipe cleaner to form the body of the bird. I don't know why I keep avoiding saying the... Fortune just jumped on the table that is acting as my tripod. Sorry, they're shaky. I don't really know. Time to complete, 2 hours. Oh, honey, it's gonna be much longer than that. Alright, so I watched some videos on felting, and it's gonna be a little bit complicated. Okay. First of all, I had not thrown it away, but put it away. Put this little thing away. Apparently you need this as a thing to, like, be your base under where you're poking your needles, because the felting needle is very sharp. Alright. So let's get started. I'm gonna have to change out the battery here after not too terribly long. Alright. So basically, how can I show this better? Got your bird. And we're going to wrap some felt around the bird. And we're going to try and make it into a shape. We want the butt of the bird to be thicker, which makes sense because it's the butt. Cool. 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 So now that we've got some fluff going on, we're gonna start felting. So we take our felting needle, which they gave me 3. I don't know what that's for. And got our block, and just start so to avoid hitting the wire, wire or the pipe cleaner from the earlier things. Okay, cool. Definitely avoid hitting your fingers. You want to be going straight down towards the block. Is this doing anything? can't really tell. Any of you guys felters out there? Because essentially what you're doing is you're like, eventually it'll become a very tight little ball. Right? That's the idea. Okay, I think I need some more on the butt. If you like stabbing things 10 million times, this might be the craft for you. But I can't really tell if this is working. So, oh, I think it's working a little bit. So the reason that I was going to Georgia was my sister's baby shower, which I told you about in my January book haul video. It was book themed. So, hang on. Oh, I thought Fortran was about to use the facilities. But I was going for my sister's baby shower. It was great. So got in to my parents' house at like 2 a.m. the night before the baby shower. I actually had another thing that I had to do in Georgia that was to get, oh goodness, why was this weekend so complicated? It wasn't, and it's not very interesting. But, so I am a part owner of a timeshare, and I recently upgraded the timeshare to a very slightly better option. But, whatever. Alright. This is what we're working with so far. It's much fatter than the one in the picture. I think I need to felt a lot more. So I had to go and get that notarized. But so, God, how many times have I said so? Yeah, this timeshare company, it's part of Hilton or associated with Hilton. Anyway, you don't own a particular property, you get a number of points every year or every other year. And so with that, whenever you would stay, they would always try and have you go to an owner's meeting to find out, new stuff about the company, usually to try and upsell you to a bigger, better, that's quotes, but with a felting needle in my hand, bigger, better package, which is so annoying, especially because it would be taking up at least like a few hours of your vacation. They would always tell you, oh, it'll only be an hour, it'll only be an hour. It's never only an hour. And maybe that's just because like I actually sit there and talk to them, and I should just be rude and not do that, because that's when you're talking, they think that they've gotcha, and so they're working extra hard to sell to you, and they always tell me that I'm so nice, and that's why they're giving me such a good deal. And so, okay, no, you're giving me such a good deal because you think that it will work. And it does, or at least it did this time. So two things that made me like more willing to purchase this time. A, they're getting rid of there was a fee, a reservation fee, like to use your points before, which was real dumb, and made me never want to use my points. So I would a lot of times convert my points from timeshare points to regular Hilton points, because I stay in Hiltons all the time. I love Hilton. Anyway, so we got rid of the reservation fee if you upgrade, and then also, I forget what the other thing was. There were a few things. Anyway, so, but in order to do that, I had to get some paperwork notarized. So, did that. Met with a lovely woman named Renee, who helped me. Well, she was the notary. So, and then got some balloons for the party and scurried back to my parents' house to, do what I could to help get ready, which wasn't much. Like, I was traveling by far the furthest of anyone, and so I felt bad because I wasn't able to help as much, the prep and all of that. But so then, if you want to see some of the decorations and cool stuff from the party, I posted a reel on Instagram. Follow my Instagram in the description below. And in there, it was all book themed. I didn't get everything from the party, and I didn't want to film people because I felt like that was kind of awkward. And I was already awkward enough. But we did, like, all of the food was book themed. Like, we had green eggs and ham sliders. We had, give a mouse a muffin, muffins, or moose a muffin, whatever. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. There is I don't even remember. Watch the video. It got a lot of them. We decorated onesies. That one I didn't put on here because there was some like identifying information or things that I was worried could be identifying information. I may have been overly cautious, but yeah, basically everybody who came to the party decorated a onesie for cute little nibbling. I'm assuming that they're going to be cute. They are not born yet. Anyway, this is getting difficult to chat while I'm felting, but it's like turning out pretty well. I think that I need to take a break though and get back to work because I can only do this in 10-minute increments, and I took a lot of time watching videos on how to do this, and I'm still not convinced I'm doing it correctly, but I'm happy with how it's turning out so far. I think that we're on the right path at least. Okay, on to our next little bit of time here. Ugh. My hair, you guys. Let me tell you, I have just, I don't want to say I've given up, you know? Anyway, this is actually really fun. Ouch. I didn't poke myself with the needle. I a little bit poked myself with the needle, but like the not pokey side. Okay. So where were we? I am back to poking carefully. So yeah, my sister's baby shower went well. We played some book-themed games. One was like book bingo, I guess. Well, not I guess. It was book bingo. Where like there was a bingo board, but each of the squares you put a title of a children's book And then the caller, instead of saying B32, B32, read a quote from one of the books, and then also told you what the book was, because a lot of them I had not read. And based on that, like, yeah, we played a few rounds of that. We did a Mad Libs game that was super fun. Told you about decorating the onesies. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh, gifts. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this was my sister's, I think, third baby shower. And she still had one more after that, but I don't think the other one was going to be a super, like, gift giving one. Anyway. I do like this. It's difficult to focus, but so far, other than, like, the snafu of figuring out, like, how to do it, this is actually a lot of fun. I am very much enjoying this. So anyway, she got a lot of gifts, is what I'm trying to say. Her and the baby. Some of the gifts were for her. One of the people gave her a lot of gifts that were, like, for your, like, hospital bag kind of thing. So that was super sweet. And then, yeah, everybody gave her children's books. So if you watched my January book haul, you saw I had purchased 22 books for my new little nibbling. I didn't show them, and if you watch the Instagram reel thing that I made, you see a lot of books in there. Not all of those were from me. Some of them were, but all of those. And then I also gave her one that was in the present. Like, all the rest of them were decorations or just, like, extra little things so that Nibbling can start their library right away. If you missed it, or if you don't know, nibbling is the gender neutral term for niece or nephew. We do know, but I prefer using gender neutral terms when it makes sense. Okay. I don't know how to know when I'm done. That with this part, the, like, poking bit. I wonder if it says in the instructions, because it's still very much thicker than the one in the picture, because we're also going to add in, like, layers of blue and yellow and green, I guess. And I did get a new battery in the camera and put the other battery on the charge. I only have 2 batteries for this camera, and that seems ill-advised, especially with some of the traveling I do if I want to vlog on this camera instead of on my phone. Which, what I think would be a good idea for me, personally, is at some point, if I can justify spending money on this channel, which I spend money on videos on this channel even though it is not currently making me any money. I'm definitely going to end up poking myself. This is... What was I saying? Oh, there's some people who have a vlogging phone and then a regular phone. I don't like vlogging on my personal phone just because it ends up taking up so much memory. And then also the Google Pixel films in a format that is not, like, it doesn't work with my video editor. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. And so then I have to convert it to a different thing, and it takes so long, you guys, if I am editing on my phone, or editing vlog footage that I took on my phone. Because also then, like, it renames all the files, and so then it's extra difficult to get everything in the right order. Alright. I really don't know if this is Like, I kind of feel like it's done. This is a lot of fun. And it seems like the kind of thing that I think I said this at the beginning, but it seems like the kind of thing that I'd be able to figure out how to make things without having to follow a kit instruction every time. Like the diamond art, you need kind of a stencil to follow. Although, I mean, technically, yeah, you could create your own if you just had a whole bunch of those little diamonds. Which I had a whole bunch of extra. That one just seems so wasteful to me, and I don't really like the vibe of its finished product. This one, though, I think could be good. Also, so this little needle, this is the one that came in the kit, and it came with 3, and I guess there's different shaped tips. I didn't look to see if the 3 that they sent me had different shaped tips. I'm guessing. Anyway. So in some of the videos I saw, there were, I don't know if, it had like ergonomic shaped handles, because holding something this like thin for a long period of time, especially if you're like gripping it forcefully, is not going to be good for your hands. But they have some that are ergonomically shaped. I don't know if you just like replace the needle and like you just have one handle or what, but definitely seemed good. Okay. So, sort of. Alright. Cover the tummy and the sides with yellow, the face, and a patch on the tummy white. What? Okay, whatever. So in the instructions it said something about using scissors, or maybe there's one of the videos that I watched that said something about using scissors. I've just been kind of like pulling it apart. And it seems to be doing just fine. Just fine, I say. So yeah, I really hope that my sister enjoyed her baby shower and that it was the best of all of her baby showers. She didn't say that, but I'm guessing just because it was pretty great. So the feet are kind of getting in the way of doing the underbelly on this one, on this part. Is it going to be perfect? No. Am I going to love it anyway? Maybe. We'll see. But see, what do I do with it? It's the problem with learning a new like artsy skill is a lot of your first ones are going to be comical. And so do you just throw them away, or do you save them so that you can like track your progress? Because I probably won't want to give this one to a person, but like after, oh no, after I get good at a thing, maybe I would want to, you know? But yeah, I thought maybe this would be a better angle, but you still can't see what I'm doing. So I don't know if this is a better angle than my other hobby videos or not. Alright, it's been way more than 10 minutes. Uh-oh. I need to get back to work. Hey everybody. So, because of the way the sun's moving and everything, now I can't really see what's going on the screen. I am at the end of my work day, so I'm going to continue working on my little bird. We're getting into the detailed stuff, so I'm a little bit concerned, we'll say. Especially with like the face. Don't know. I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow to what's gonna be his tail. you're going to get accidentally stabbed by a needle, and none of us will be happy. So, alright. That pretty much takes us through Saturday. The baby shower went really well, I think. Packed up her car, and it did not all fit. Like, we had to split up all of her gifts between a couple of cars. The real problem with this is it's really difficult to know when you have poked it enough times and poked it evenly enough for it to be, secure, I guess. But yeah, this is definitely not something that I will be able to keep her and my cats. They will, specifically Java, will try and eat this. Because it's the same kind of material. There's a blanket that she enjoyed eating, and then we had to go get her some medicine that was, it was unpleasant for everyone involved. Anyway, and then, yeah, I took a nap because I was very tired after, barely any sleep the night before, and then just, social situations like that make me tired. They do. Then after my nap, I hung out with my mom. We talked about all kinds of things. We always end up talking about politics, which we're generally aligned, so it's not a bad thing. But yeah, we do. I don't like getting into my personal political beliefs on here. Every now and then you get some whispers of it. But just because there's enough talking about politics on the internet, it's not something that I want to do. I do it on anonymous accounts. I am enjoying this, which says a lot compared to some of the other hobbies I've tried. I've got 3 more hobbies that I'm going to try, even if I decide that I really like this one and I'm going to continue doing it. I'm going to also try the other ones that I have already purchased because money. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix a little bit of the dark blue and the green. Yeah. And the way that you do that is by you take some green, you take some blue, you take some green, you take some blue, you take some green, you take some blue. And you just keep on doing that until you have enough. So Sunday rolls around, and that's the day that I flew back. It was a very short trip. And I go to Zaxby's, in case any of you guys were worried. I very much love Zaxby's. It is, if you're not from the American South, it is a fried chicken, spicy fried chicken kind of fast food restaurant. I always go for the Big Zax Snack meal, buffaloed. Used to get it buffaloed and original. They discontinued original. Now I just go for tongue torch. I've heard that this new garlic sauce they have is fairly similar to the original, but they started that after I left, and I don't know, I get Zaxby's so infrequently, I don't want to risk getting one that I'm going to end up hating. So I go to Zaxby's. Oh my gosh. And so I get Buffalo Big Zax Snack and tongue torch with a sweet tea and an extra Zax sauce. Because the meal comes with 1 dipping sauce. When you get Buffalo, it comes with ranch. And then I also get a Zax sauce for my fries. They forgot both of my sauces and did not give me a fork or a straw for my sweet tea. Which if I was, picking up food on my way home or something, that wouldn't be a big deal, but I was picking it up on the way to the airport, and it was, yeah, I'm not the kind of person that like normally checks the food before they leave the drive-through, but I just kind of like pulled over because I was going to eat it in the parking lot. Why didn't I just go in from the beginning? I don't know. I didn't really feel like getting out of my car, but pulled over into the parking lot, go to start eating, realize there's no sauce, realize there's no fork, realize there's no straw. I'm like, fine, I will go back inside and ask for the stuff, because the extra sauce does cost extra, like 25 cents, but still. So I go inside, I get my sauces, I get a straw. They don't have any forks sitting out, and I was done interacting. So I ate my buffalo chicken fingers with my hand. It was messy. I don't recommend, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. That's what it's looking like. I think I need to add some more of the blue-green mixture to the other side of them. I don't want to use too much of the dark blue because I know I need that for the wings. So then go to the airport. For whatever reason, my TSA pre-check isn't on my ticket, so I have to go and wait in line, and I hate waiting in line, especially when it's, you know, for something that it's not my fault. I don't know, probably was a user error on my part at some point. But then while I'm waiting in line, I'm trying to figure it out if I can fix it on my phone, and I do. So when I'm like second in line, I just get out of line because that's when I fixed it. Go through security, no issue. Yeah, on my way to the on my way to Atlanta, going through the Appleton airport, my TSA pre-check didn't go through then either, but it wasn't a big deal because the Appleton airport only really has one flight going out at a time, most of the time. So it just meant that I had to take my shoes off and go through the scanner thingy where you do that. Anyway, so yeah, not a big deal. I kind of feel like this bird is not going to have a tail, and it's a little concerning. Oh, I went to the airport super early so I could get some homework done and maybe some work done. Doing either of those would have been a great use of my time. However, I did neither of those. And I listened to an audiobook. My gate got moved a few times because I was there so early. And yeah, pretty uneventful the rest of the time. Oh, I listened to, I'm going to do a mid-year wrap-up of my books, so I won't go into too much detail right now, but I listened to the Love, Pamela audiobook. It's read by Pamela Anderson, and I didn't really know anything about her other than she was on Baywatch and did some Playboy stuff. Like, I guess I knew that she was married to Tommy Lee, whatever. But yeah, that was pretty much the extent of my Pamela knowledge. So I learned a lot reading the book. She went through some like awful stuff, and she is very smart. Like in the book, she talks about when people realize that she is more than just looks, and they always like, "Wow, you're a genius." I don't know that I would use the word genius, but she is very intelligent. I mean, it's an autobiography, so maybe she was embellishing, maybe like she had more help with certain things than she let on. I don't know, seeing as this is my only real knowledge of her, but I think that she is very intelligent, and she, yeah, she had a lot of stuff in there that I agreed with, not everything, but she has some interesting taste in men that I would be very sad if one of my friends had that kind of taste in men and kept having that taste in men over and over again. But it is kind of the classic example of women who have, like, whose parents aren't, you know, a good example of how relationships should be or how adults should behave, then seeking out relationships and other adults who are more similar to their parents. And it is, yeah, not always a good thing. My parents are great. So, hopefully that's not something that I need to worry about. So now we're into creating the tail, which I feel like is not going to go so hot. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. We've got some more trips coming up. I don't know if we're going on a trip in March, which I do want us to, you know, do something, but we don't have anything in the books at the moment. We talked about a couple of options, but I told the boyfriend, yeah, when I say we, I mean in this case, me and the boyfriend have talked about a couple of options, and I told him, like, he can be in charge of planning this one, just because I was getting kind of burnt out with planning, which normally I prefer to be the one planning things. Like, I enjoy that aspect of travel a lot. But yeah, I just decided that, or I requested his assistance for a March trip. So I don't know if he has anything scheduled or anything like that. Because like I said, we talked about a few different options. So it's possible that he's already booked some things and we just haven't said it. I just haven't put it in my calendar yet. It'll be interesting. Maybe this whole, like, doing one trip a month was a bit ambitious. I think that that's just because, like, the trips for this part of the year are a bit longer, or, like, further away, because, like, it's winter here and you want to be somewhere further away. Whereas as it becomes springtime and summer and even into the, you know, the first half of the fall, we can do more of drivable trips. Although we have at least one on the books that is not drivable, and I've booked the hotel and I need to get some tickets on the plane tickets. That'll be for John's birthday, which will be in the fall sometime. I don't like sharing too many specifics up front, you know. Okay. Cool. Kind of looking like a bird. So sorry if this is just like a super long video. I really thought that this was more of a 30-minute craft. Turns out it's supposed to be 2 hours. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I think I just don't have enough blue. Like, it says to just keep building it up, but I don't think I'm gonna have. You guys have any trips planned? Or have you gone on any good trips this winter? Try to get out of the snow? I know several of you live in Florida. Like, a weird amount of you live in Florida. I don't know how that happened. So maybe, are you going someplace cold to see some snow? Do some skiing or snowboarding or something? I very much love the snow, except, so the week before, or like 2 days before I left for Georgia, we got, I think it was about a foot of snow, just like over the course of maybe 24 hours. And it was a lot. I didn't have to drive anywhere, thank goodness. But it was a lot. So I'm just glad that it's over. It was supposed to snow again yesterday, but it kind of flurried a little bit, but nothing really stuck, which is good. So part of the problem with this bird is that I did read ahead the rest of the instructions a little bit, and it is, I might need some glue. Like it recommended gluing the eyes in place. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Also said to add some thin black stripes to the tail. So, but yeah, this video is definitely going up late this week, depending on how much I can get done here in the next, I don't know, half an hour. I might even go up 2 days late, which would be unfortunate, but I gave myself some, I gave myself some time off because of the class ending. Moving on to make some wings now, which I don't feel like it's going to work, like based on how everything's been going so far. It doesn't seem like it will be effective just following the instructions. Now the goal of these projects, or to be able to do these without needing other supplies, just being able to grab a kit and go kind of thing. But yeah, that's not been my experience so far with this one. Just it's been a little bit. So it recommends, or I needed the pliers earlier. It recommends glue for the eyes and the beak, and then also it talks about using hairspray. Yeah, this is a bad idea. And scissors for some of the shaping, which would have been nice to know. I have hairspray, but I think it's expired. Does hairspray expire? Does it matter if it's not going on a human? If it's going on a little fluff ball? Okay, well, I've got one wing. It kind of looks like a wing. This is all the dark blue that I have left. I'm very surprised that I haven't stabbed myself so far, especially because some of the ways that I've been holding the bird seem pretty conducive to stabbing. Yeah. So, in my life recently, there's been a lot of like cardinal kind of action. I know cardinals are supposed to be like a messenger from a lost loved one kind of thing. Which isn't like, I don't feel like I have any lost loved ones unless somebody passed that I'm not aware of. But I do just like cardinals. They're very pretty, and so kind of wish, I mean, I could follow the same instruction set, but make it look a little bit more cardinally, you know, using reds and browns and stuff. Okay, so got wing number 2. They're very uneven. Like, this bird would not be able to fly. This is a Finding Nemo bird. Also, because of all of the snow and everything, there's a whole bunch of snow on the roof that's been slowly melting throughout the day and falling, and every time I jump, especially because some of it's like hit my window or like fallen right outside my window kind of thing, A little bit of green at the top of his wings so that it sort of blends. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I don't know if I have made that super obvious. I feel like I have. Look, maybe his back needs a little bit more blue, but I don't want to add more because then the back will be higher and then you won't be able to see the definition of the wings as much. So my work day is ended. I don't know if I said that. That's why these clips are a little bit longer. But I do have class tonight, so can't hang out forever. And then I've got some homework and I've got some like work that I want to get done tonight. The way that one of my projects at works is I need a VPN to access some of the information, and then I can access a virtual machine. But all day today, every time I tried to do it, there's somebody else on the virtual machines. So I'm gonna try and take care of at least that part of the project this evening, when hopefully everybody else has good work-life balance and won't be there. I like that side. Got a black tip, a little bit of green on the shoulder. Cute. No, I might be using too much black. So this one, his little face has all this like black outlines, which looks super cute. But again, I just don't know how that's going to work. Like, do I need to roll it up into a little ball or into a little like rope? Because that's the only way I see that working out. One of the people I saw when I was watching the videos on how to do this had on her non-pokey hand had like a little glove. So I imagine that also is to prevent stabbing, which seems like a smart idea. And if I do another one of these, that would be another bit that I would invest in. I mean, knock on wood, I haven't stabbed myself yet. I just feel like it's a matter of time. Especially if I'm doing this while watching TV or something, I won't be as focused. Other wings. Cat. Okay. So now it's time to work on his face. Right now, he has no face. Add detail to the face and head. Use a small amount of black. See, this is all the black that I have left. I don't think it's going to be enough, but we'll see. I mean, it's a small bird. It's not a super precise craft, which is why I like it. But it is a little precise when it comes to like where the edges of things meet. So like this black collar should be exactly where the white meets the color, and it's not. Okay, I'm seeing some like techniques that I could maybe hone a little bit better that would give me more precise lines. Alright. The most important thing to know is it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. It's not something that I'm used to being okay with. And this is just for practice anyway. It's okay for it not to be perfect. And then said a little bit black on the belly. I feel like it kind of just looks like a pleasure trail. If you don't know what that is, don't look it up. So now all that's left is the beak and the eyes. I just got a package. I'd show you what it was, but it's a new jacket for work, so it has my work emblem logo on it, and didn't need quite that much. So you can just imagine it's like a little fleece thing. Finally stabbed myself. Yeah, this is the part where they very much said, like, it's a good idea to use hairspray or glue or nail polish, because you're dealing with this like tiny little beak. Alrighty, there he is. Now it's just time for the eyeballs. I said the glue in the eyes, but we're not gonna do that. So, look! Oh my gosh! Oh, he's so cute. Cats are doing whatever the cats are doing. I think he's pretty cute. Can I do better? Probably yes, in the future, at some point. But for our first try, I'm very proud of him. Alright, I am not bleeding, which is a good sign, but I'm going to turn this off so I can get ready for class, and I'll see you next week, probably. I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be something. Oh, I think I know what it's gonna be. I tried to do a no spend month in February. Notice I said tried. You'll see, but oof, that was an expensive no spend month, I'll tell you what. And if you have any ideas of what I should do or what his name should be, I'm kind of leaning towards Dave, but I'm open to suggestions. What is my beautiful little birdie's name? If you have any suggestions for other hobbies that I should try, let me know. I'm really digging this one. Oh, I've been rating them, haven't I? I'd give this one a 4.5 out of 5. 4 out of 5. I don't think I could do, like, I don't think that this one is mindless enough for what I was really going for, but I very much enjoyed stabbing it 7 million times. Billion, probably. I was not counting. And I do like the result for my first time. I don't like his little, I don't even know what that is, but I was following the instructions, okay. In general, I like the result a lot better than the other ones. And in the future, I will probably do some of the extra little bits that they were talking about, like trimming it to like help with the shape, and then glue and hairspray where appropriate. But even without that, it's pretty darn cute, if I do say so myself. What should I do with it? What should I name him? What other hobbies should I try? And I'll see you next week. Good night, sweet dreams.